Good day, folks. Everything new under the sun. The gray man and how to be a gray man. This is an interesting idea, and I think it's becoming more and more important. Of course, people on YouTube, like myself, for example, obviously are very visible. Maybe a lot of things that we have are very visible, at least to the YouTube world, whether or not where the specific location is or not. You may be able to piece something together. One thing that is important about the last days and the potential violent and threatening situation that famine, starvation, economic collapse can bring. The idea of people being desperate. One of the things that's very important is to protect your preparations. And why do you say that? If you're a Christian, you say, well, there's no need to protect it. What is mine is yours, and I'm happy to give you the shirt off my back. And yes, that may be the case, generally speaking. You still need to be wise about what you have, what you give out. Remember the story of the 7 good years and 7 bad years in Egypt during the great famine in Egypt that Joseph ruled over because he was able to decipher the dream. He knew there was going to be 7 bad years. He told the Pharaoh, we need to store up for these 7 good years, rather. There's going to be 7 good years and 7 bad years. We need to store up during these 7 good years so that we're prepared, and then we can hand out food during the 7 bad years. But notice that the government of Egypt, the Pharaoh, and Joseph specifically, was the one who managed giving it out. Now, everyone knew that he had it, but he had the wherewithal, the troops, the security to secure that food resource. And if they didn't secure it, well, people would just rush on it, from all around, all the countries around, all the people of the lands. They would just take it. They're not going to give up all their money, all their livestock, and become slaves if they can simply steal what you have. So this is why either having a big security force, which, none of us obviously can have, unless you're the president of the United States or the prime minister or something, you're not going to have a security detail. With the limited self-defense options, including hardware and just any ability to self-defend, you don't want to get into that situation. Even if you're in the United States and you have a lot of ways to defend yourself, you still don't want to get into that situation. You want to be quiet about what you have. You want to know who's asking. And if someone's asking for food, you say, yeah, I have a little bit, or you can say, I can provide you some food, but you don't let them know you're sitting on 50 kilograms of flour, because what are they going to do? They're going to come back with their buddies and they're going to steal it. And that's not where you want to be. You're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to provide for others, not only family primarily, but your neighbors. But at the same time, you don't want to give all your secrets away, because that would not be wise. You don't have the security that Joseph had in Egypt to secure their storehouses. That means you have to keep some secrets, simply not say everything that you have. And again, all of us on YouTube may be pretty open. And that's why I said I was kind of, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I kind of mentioned I would probably be doing a little bit less in terms of, maybe displaying what I have and getting more serious about those things. I am working on solar, though. You know that, and I've spoke about that. But the idea of this gray man. So what is a gray man, and what's the benefits of it? Well, a gray man is basically someone who does not bring attention to himself, who kind of gets blends into the crowd, is not noticeable, does not stand out, and you can use that at your house, and you can use that when you're out in public as well. So the benefits: you can take refuge or leave a bad situation easily. So if you're in the city, you don't want to try and leave the city with a big, loud motorcycle and a bright red jacket, or flaunting what you have or what you're doing. Maybe you want to escape, in the middle of the night when no one can, not many people out. Maybe on a bicycle because it's quiet, and just secretly, quietly, and get yourself out of town. Again, if you're loud, everybody's going to know you. And if there's some sort of famine, economic collapse, people are going to want what you have. Maybe they want your transportation to get out of town, out of the big city. And so what are they going to do? They're going to stop you and steal your bike. If they're walking out, they don't have a bicycle, and they see you racing down the road on a motorized vehicle of some sort. They know you have gas. They know you have a vehicle. They know you probably have money to put some gas in that vehicle. So they're going to steal it from you. So this is the idea of the gray man. And I relate this to your house. When things go bad, probably not a good idea to have a massive solar array sitting in your backyard. People are going to figure you have power. If the power is out and every other house is dark around you during the night and your house is the only one lit up, everybody knows you have power. That probably also means you have maybe some food in your freezers, and that sort of thing. And maybe they can come knocking on your door just for a little help here and there, maybe for a loaf of bread or a cold drink, or maybe, if you have power, maybe your well pump is working so they can have a shower. And it will quickly devolve from a friendly hello, can I borrow, or can I make use, or can I take advantage, or can you give this to me, to people who are desperate. And everybody's going to be desperate when their life is in the balance. It quickly devolves into, I'm going to take this from you by force. And so when there's a grid down situation, don't have your lights on. Maybe just have one light on somewhere, not too noticeable, as if it were a candle. Maybe don't have any lights on. If you need to run your well pump, people don't see that running, so they won't know you have running water. So that's something you can run, kind of a gray manish, if you will, in your own house without people knowing, and you can keep that under wraps. Again, but if they see a big solar power array, they may be coming for more questions. You are less likely to be targeted by crime. Right. So if you're wearing expensive Oakley sunglasses and the latest shoe fashion and bright clothing, you may be a target because people may think you've got money, you're rich. Or if you're carrying a grocery bag home, they may figure you have food in it. So people will get to a point where they will roll you, as they say, to take that food, or to take whatever you have, or to take the cash maybe that you bought some of that food with. Being a gray man allows you to be unnoticeable so you can prepare and survive without interruptions or worry. On some occasions, being a survivalist comes with hate. There's even a term coined for it, survivalist hate. You become a gray man, you do not raise any flags, and you do not attract any hate. In turn, you are able to prepare in peace without fear of being subject to violence or crime. Again, not being noticed. Your food and your gear are kept safe. This is more of the kind of the homestead house related gray man idea. If you don't announce on a loudspeaker to the world that you have electricity, that you have food, that you have water, then you're less likely to be broken into or have some crime perpetrated against you. You're going to share with your neighbors. You're going to share with your family, obviously, and friends who come in your door who you're going to share with them. If someone's desperate, maybe you're going to give them an apple or something and say, here, I can give you this. You're not going to take them down to your pantry and say, I'm stocked up for 6 months or a year, so if you need something else, come back. No, they're going to come back with some weapons if they get desperate, right? They know the easiest place to come, and if you show what you have to them, they know exactly where to go. So don't do that. The idea of a gray man, I think, is very important. This is done by City Prepping, and he does have a YouTube channel, and he is very thorough. He is all the time prepping videos, so he knows a lot more than I do. But again, I like this idea of gray man, and this article, which I will put in the description of the video, is very important. Dress quiet, use your tactical gear discreetly, conceal your tools in everyday looking items. Don't put your rakes and your shovels out on your front porch where people can see. When things go bad, maybe people are going to be looking for these implements so that they can dig their own garden. And if they see rakes and shovels just hanging out there on your lawn, they're going to take them at night if they don't have enough, right? They're desperate. They're going to take what you have. So again, put them away. Keep your place neat and tidy, stuff picked off the ground. If they see any form of wealth, any form of having more than what they have, they're going to come and take that from you and effectively steal it, and hopefully not by any sort of violence or force. But it goes on and speaks about the mannerisms of a gray man. Avoid anything that makes you noticeable smells. Don't get into conversations. Again, these are more city prepping things, and because this is a city prepper channel. But it's important. Just think about it. Think about what you do, so that you're not obvious around you. You're going to be sharing the word of the Lord boldly, and giving that out as much as anybody will ask. But you need to be wise and conservative about what you've told people, about what you have prepared, because you knew it was coming. You can tell people you knew it was coming, but don't give them all the information. Always keep a card up your sleeve, as it were, and keep some things secret. I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and if you like the idea of the gray man, and we'll talk to you later.